Oh, hello there. Yes, midweek. It was a busy day yesterday, so I'm running late today. Getting my work life sorted out. Yes, indeed. Yesterday, once again, we had people frothing at the mouth at EU flags at the proms, and Richard Tice was back once again to cry with Dan Wootton on GBNews about the whole thing. We're joined by Nigel Farage and Laura Dodsworth, I think, all complaining bitterly about the communists at the BBC. And yeah, I mean, it is easy to kind of point the finger at the ridiculousness of being upset about something that is so ultimately trivial. And yet, they are still at it, of course, because on a broader level, these people are involved in a much, much longer and deeper war. And it is a kind of cultural war. The crew at GBNews, it transpires, are likely to put in a bid for the Daily Telegraph and Spectator. If they get their way, they will have yet another platform for a very particular worldview and moneyed interests. And it's the moneyed interests that really are the key thing at play here, because a lot of these kind of cultural stories get played out by vested interests, and really entirely being truthful with you, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe that Dan Wootton isn't a man of integrity and honour, but there you go. We can see this at the moment with, once again, an attempt by the group Restore Trust, who are definitely a grassroots organisation with almost no ties to 55 Tufton Street, once again trying to get their people to point the National Trust in a particular way. And you might say, well, that's okay, you know, we can have the National Trust going a particular way. Well, yeah, but it is a democratic organisation. I thought we had to respect democratic votes on things like infiltration by Tufton Street, but apparently not. We can just do that on a year-by-year basis until they do get their own way. And of course, it's vitally important that the interests that 55 Tufton Street have in the National Trust are respected. But one might argue, what exactly would their interests be other than four-poster beds and vast tracts of the British countryside that they would like to get their hands on? I mean, it's hard to tell, really, isn't it? Because we must always, unfortunately, with these people, have the most cynical mind at work. As I say, I don't believe anything ever that comes out of Dan Wootton's mouth, simply because he is paid to have all of those views that he has. And he is a man that appears to be, in his personal life, quite a pushy, unlikable human being. And I think that is reflected in the kind of stuff that we get from his news channel. These people aren't interested in the individual unless it's just them. That's something that I think we need to really, really think about. And institutional capture is something that they would be more than happy with. They will pack whatever group in society they can do with their own people, because that's where the money comes from. Anyway, do have a lovely midweek.